Well, hello. Welcome back. And I think I'm going to enjoy this a little too much than I'm going to, or I should. But yet another individual, one of the same ones, last night, up and down, left and right, swearing up and down they know everything to do, and everybody involved with this Kokomo crew and this drug ring. Getting praised yet again last night on their channel. Well, their channel, couple others, I'm going to show you guys where one individual, she goes back, her grandson, child molester. Her son's best friend, convicted child molester, Columbus, Indiana. Not one, not two, not three cartel dealers. Where I actually got an individual where Robin, aka the prof, praises this cult follower multiple times, leaving messages on his live stream. But remember, Robin Bedreau, aka the prof, is a expert. He knows all these individuals, so how does he not realize multiple child molesters convicted, charged, multiple dealers back to this drug ring where I've actually got this individual you're praising, Robin, multiple times on your page? If you know all, then how do you not realize that you have dealers within this drug ring? And I've got this individual, Lynda, left and right, admitting it, even in conversations. Don't bring up my granddaughter. Oh, don't bring up my granddaughter's mom. Your former daughter-in-law, Frankfurt, Lafayette, the same cartel drug ring they're openly admitting that they dealt for. But Robin, remember, you know all this. You know all these players. You know all these individuals that you're allowing on your platform, and you're not the only one. There's some individuals like the Frankadiddler. I call him the Frankadiddler now, where he goes back to these same dealers around multiple missing murder cases down in Indianapolis. But I love it where individuals like Robin come on here and act like they are professionals. They know everything. They know all. Well, you're going to enjoy what I'm about to show. You know nothing. The same individuals you're going on about like you did last night in the last few lives, going against this drug ring, saying you want justice, you want the truth to be out there and to be seen by all means. Let's see who you're feeding information back to for the right price. Oh, become a donor. donate to you. You'd be more than apt to tell everything you know, everything you've got, everything you've received, everything you've been told. It's all about, for some of these content creators, how much money can they siphon out of this money bags. They will suck this whole true crime community dry of their wallets, their hard-earned money. Unlike another individual where he's constantly bringing up, oh, donate to me, donate to me. I put it up every once in a while. It's not about what I can get and what's in it for me, but it's to show multiple individuals that praise you. You're a saint. You know everything when it comes to this struggling, but yet you're giving information directly to dealers. The openly, if you look back in some of my community wall posts, I've been giving you hints on where to look, why. But yet, remember, Robin, you know everything there is about this drug ring. You're going to keep coming on, acting like you're wanting justice for these two little girls and other victims. But yet, who have you got on your own memberships, your cult following? None other than child molesters, convicted, facts. I can give case numbers, I can give everything. The multiple dealers, where one dealer actually said they were getting fronts out of Kokomo, not Kokomo, but Frankfurt. Exactly who she was getting the fronts from, who they were dealing for. Then there's names where I can show you where Lynda, look at Miller, or what is it? Grandma Lena. Yeah, Robin, you have no clue who you're talking about, what you're talking about. When you're praising, you got individuals within your own chat, your members, your cult like following. This is the shit I've noticed when it came to some of these individuals like Julie Melvin, adding themselves to Facebook groups, talking to individuals, becoming good friends with Tina Riddell. And I wondered why Tina and this certain individual that's back to this drug ring left and right, it's getting praised in your chats, more than one of them. Mark Macaluso, Michael Myers. These are real people. Mark, M-A-R-C, Macaluso, I banned from my channel. Just like a Michael Myers, everybody thought he just did that because, oh, it's because he's a fan of Michael Myers. In the true crime mode, it'd fit. It's a real individual. You wonder how Michael Myers stopped talking all of a sudden in all these chats, and I can tell you why. Michael Myers is a real individual, and he's now back in Howard County jail on revocation of work release. So yeah, you're one of your ultimate cult like followers, Michael Myers, Mark Macaluso. They've been quiet ever since I've noticed, and I spoke up, just like I'm about to do with Lynda or Grandma Lena. Yeah, you'd be surprised what these dealers and others told me, but yet they keep silent on. And I wondered why Tina, Megan, all of them became good friends with fellow dealers and their families within that same drug ring that they're dealing for. They already knew each other. And I can prove this. Not just show it, not just say it, but prove this. And you like to say, I don't just say something, I prove it. Well, I'm not just going to say something. I'm going to show it. I'm going to prove it. Then I'm going to show where all this donations, all this money is going for, oh, the expert spending hundreds of hours. But yet, if you're supposed to know all about this drug ring, you're going to keep talking about this drug ring like you know what the fuck you're talking about, then how are you getting information back to the same people you're trying to say that you're wanting justice against? But yet you're giving the information back to these same individuals that are turning it around. These dealers, these child molesters that are within their family, that are involved, going back friends of serial killers like Garret Kirts, among others. But you remember, Robin, you know everything you're talking about when it comes to the struggling. You're going to keep talking like you know what the fuck you're talking about when you're getting information back to these same individuals for a few bucks, become members, getting all your emails. You're spilling your guts out for a few bucks. Is it worth it? Wait till I show all these names. And you can't say, oh, these aren't my followers. These aren't my members. I never praised that person. I've got the screenshots to prove it. But yet, you remember, you know everything. And it just makes me sick where ones like Frank, aka Shane, there's certain few cases down in Indianapolis you'll never see Shane and his buddies ever talk about. Some of these victims, like Jamie Beasley, he personally knew. Her cousin, Mariah Kearns, aka Mariah Coy. Oh, yeah. There's some like Shane acting like they are here for justice, but yet they're for underage victims. I'm going to give you guys a heads up on how Indiana State Police and some of these content creators are. There's a damn good reason I chose to fight 123 forever and always fighting for Karina McClurkin. And it's not just because I stopped to help an individual that night on my way home. It's the fact of knowing damn well what she was put through. I've been through that same hell. Being raped, molested for years of my life as a child. A victim of the same hell Gabriel Ellis and his fellow dealers put that little girl through. I know all too well the hell that does to somebody. And to find out when she was a child, her mom, that drug ring, was using her as a drug mule, stuffing her full of drugs and using her as a drug mule. And I'm not just saying this. I've got Jerry McClurkin talking all about it in details. And how Kokomo and Indiana State Police said nothing in her case. It's all state and local. It has nothing to do with federal. But yet, look up human and drug sex trafficking. Human and sex trafficking, the same two that Gabriel Ellis did, among others, when it came to Karina McClurkin's case. It's a federal issue. And it helps when a federal informant stopped to help this little girl become a state. Nope. Local. Nope. Federal witness. And the actions you tipped off let this drug ring know, these dealers, that many of these politicians, like a sitting prosecutor, sitting business partners with ones like Daniel Metz, METZ, look up Florida Attorney General going after a business partner of Mark McCann, the prosecutor of Howard County. You'll see dealers throughout raids, including a federal DEA raid, saying they dismantled this drug cartel ring. I think it's kind of odd because I've got Blaine Nelson saying Mike Jones was who he was dealing for and was partners with back into the 2018 raids. But you remember, they'll say the state attorney general, his office, they'll say and they'll tell you, we dismantled this drug ring there in Kokomo and surrounding areas. They barely hit it. And I'm not just going to open a can of whoop ass on some content creators who they're getting information back to, and that information, who it's going back to. I'll say names. I'll show screenshots where they're getting praised. They're openly talking. Joe Lewis, his page, Robin Bedreau, the prof. Many of these cult-like followers of their groups are openly talking to these individuals in chats. All the while not realizing some content creators who swear up and down they know everything are allowing their other followers that have nothing to do with this and really do want justice. What you're allowing around your other followers, your other ones in chat, unbeknownst to them, who you're allowing around them, information they have that some of these dealers, their families don't have. This information that's coming, and they're using this as a fucking wick. They've done it. Tina Riddell, her friends, just like Lynda, best buddies. And I always wondered why. Why did they hit it off so well? Because just like Megan, her daughter was for a long time almost engaged, long time relationship with a Monticello dealer, big dealer out of Monticello. The dealers within your own family, Frankfurt, Lafayette, even the 2024 charges on an individual Lynda did not want me talking about. And I've got that in conversations where I'm not just saying it, I'm able to prove it. But when I start going off on this drug ring, the cases that they go back to, unlike Robin, unlike Prof, I'll name names. I'll show what needs to be shown. And it helps because I've openly talked and I even let law see it for themselves. The same individuals in and around this drug ring stalking my social media profile, adding me, stalking me, up to even a sitting United States senator that's about to have congressional investigation on him. It helps when, like a sitting U.S. senator, when Jamie Noel in OEL was busted. You've got this senator, among others, that go back to other money laundering schemes and around this drug ring. Like I said, I'm not just able to say things, I'm able to show things. And not just anything. Bethy, I don't know if she's in here. She'll see this later. She's in the UK. Sent her a few emails. But hands down, you're going to say that you're out against this drug ring, but yet dealers. Remember, Robin, you said you know all about this drug ring, who's in it, who's around it, who really belongs to the Kokomo crew. You have no clue who belongs to the Kokomo crew and how they got allotted into what I called the Kokomo crew. You're seeing every Kokomo dealer in and around Kokomo, the surrounding areas. Oh, they're a dealer in the Kokomo area raids. Yep, that goes right into the Kokomo crew. The Kokomo crew got its start, like I said, a while back on my page. It started with a group when I was on the streets, homeless, when I first got to Kokomo. Foster Park. A lot of the individuals kind of hanging around, lingering around, kind of just hanging out. Foster Park got the nickname Foster Park Crew. Some of these individuals decided to get into harder drugs than weed, spice at the time when it was legal. They chose to go meth, heroin. You get the idea. Started stealing for this drug ring. And I think it's funny that, Robin, you think you know all? But there's pictures I openly let be shown. And it also goes into how I can prove who is an in or out of this little Kokomo crew. There's some tattoos on like Kaigan Callis's hand, Megan Allen's ring finger. Oh yeah, the little gang before the Kokomo crew that they belong to. It got its start out there at Gateway Gardens and other little gang members around town. But if you believe it's either his left or right hand, if you look on his back of his palm, the back of Kaigan's hand, Megan's ring finger, you got to know about the diamonds, what they represent, where they go back to. There's black diamonds, then there's white diamonds, like Megan and Kaigan, Callis, among others. I'm throwing your ass through a loop right now. I've been talking about the cartel. I've never talked about the diamonds. Now, have I? A lot of the individuals that I've talked about, there's little hidden gems like these diamonds. They've got tattooed on themselves. You got to know where that goes back to. The dealers, the killers. There's more than you know, or you ever think you will ever think you will know. Like I said, in order to be Kokomo crew, at one point or another, they had to be Foster Park crew. So in order to get the Kokomo crew name, the ties and connections back to the Foster Park crew got to be there. So the names that you and your cult-like following are just popping up. Oh, we found another one, another raid. Oh, this person dealt this amount of meth and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yep, they're right there in the Kokomo area. Yep, let's put them as Kokomo crew. Oh, this dealer. Oh, that's another Kokomo crew member. Wrong. But you remember, they know all. They know everything they're talking about. They know everybody that's coming to their page and they're praising. But little do they know. I've been saying I'm going to do this for the longest time. I've been working on it. It's about done. But when I start exposing this drug ring back to what cases, what serial killers, like dealers turned serial killers like Nico Washington, Garret Kirts, and back some of the ones that sit on like True Crime Night, Joe Lewis's page. I can show the screenshots. I'll be showing those as well. Robin, aka the Prof. Oh yeah. For them talking and knowing so much about this drug ring, little do they know the information they're getting back to these dealers and their family, going back directly to this drug ring for just the amount, probably what, 20 here, 30 here, a $60 donation here would sure as hell get a content creator only about the money. Oh yeah, send me $60 and I'll tell you everything in an email, everything I know and everything I've got. Not so smart now, is it? But I always loved how people praise these individuals, acting like they know everything they're talking about. But yet I'm seeing, I've actually talked about some of these individuals that Joe Lewis and Robin Boudreaux are openly praising. But yet, you remember, they know everything, so they should know everybody I'm talking about, or everybody I should be showing here soon. Remember, they know everything about this drug ring, the Kokomo crew, and everything about the crew, how it got its name, who's in it. It's not everybody that got a drug dealing charge. Every user in and around the Kokomo area, not all of them go back to the Kokomo crew. Only a select few names. You have to know about it. You've had to seen it. You had to know some of these people firsthand at Foster Park to know who went on the gang life inside the Kokomo crew. To really know what the fuck you're talking about, to go on and get, oh, make sure to become a member. You're sounding nothing but like Anthony Greeno and his drug buddies. You're doing everything like they're doing. You're saying you're wanting justice for these victims, including these kids, but yet all the information you're getting back to these individuals, these dealers, their families, there's reasons why I shut ones like Julie Melvin out of my life. You didn't realize the Facebook groups, the Facebook messaging, private messaging groups that Tina, her and her family, how about Elvis Phillips? This woman, Shelley Collins, opening Facebook groups and then admitting multiple times everything she was getting out of these groups. She was meeting at her husband's house down in Rushville. Down in Rushville, you've got Shelley Collins admitting that, yes, she operates at least two Facebook Delphi groups. And she openly admits, just like this other individuals and other names, where not just once, But multiple times, Rick Collins' family down in Rushville would have Elvis Fields over. And when he was coming over, everything she was getting through these Facebook groups, these online groups, the social media groups, she was admitting to feeding information back to Elvis Fields, just like you've got Lynda doing with her dealer family that dealt directly for this cartel drug ring, openly admitted it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, Lynda. You remember? CS, your granddaughter? Promise me, don't attack my daughter. My granddaughter. Don't bring her name up. Don't bring up my daughter-in-law. My ex-daughter-in-law. My grandkid's mother. Don't bring her up, Don't say anything. And then times where Lynda and this little cult-like following that Tina got, I start pressing Tina for information. How dare you? She's got a sob story going on. How dare you keep pressing poor little Tina with her lies? And when I'm hearing these exact lies of like a beating, hard R'ing, flat out, Tina has let me known in multiple conversations with me that never happened. The stories that her and her friends that go back to this drug ring have cooked up, and some of these content creators believe word for word. Then you're going to go resound. Michael, why don't you be honest with me? You're not on house arrest because there's more than one Michael. But yeah, I'm talking about Mr. Man Bun, which I can't really talk about too much on Man Bun because I do have long hair. I just don't put it up in damn man bun very often. Mine's either it's down or it's up, one of the two. Yeah, I can't talk too much shit on about long hair. I've had long hair since I've been out, and yeah, I always had it either on a crew cut or off. So I kind of love it with it being kind of how cold it is. But yeah, I'm bringing up some Lynda looking Miller. Does that name ring a bell? Mark Macaluso, MARC Macaluso, ring a bell? Then if you look up the name Gramma, like Gram, GRAM, Ma, Lena, LENA, Grandma Lena. Yeah, I'm gonna blow some of your guys' minds. And I've tried openly talking about it, letting it be known, giving hints out. What some of these content creators are allowing. I was just asking because I was like, hey, you're from Kokomo, you might know a little bit more than kind of what Blaine was telling me, a few others. But yeah, Tyler, He openly admits that him and a few others from the Kokomo area and that drug ring, federal dealers like him, openly stalk and harass like my YouTube. They sit and laugh watching my videos. I was just bringing up, kind of asking if you're from that area. I was like, one thing I did have to say, if that is you from Kokomo, holy shit! Nobody thought that was like, it didn't add that up. But I was just asking, nothing big. But yeah, Mark Macaluso. Oh, you'll get a laugh when you get a second on Facebook. Look up Michael Myers, the exact spelling, Kokomo, Indiana. I thought it was some fucking made up bullshit, but when he's got a um, mug shots, everything under the exact, I'm like, dude, I got named wrong when I was a kid. Dude, if I had Michael Myers as my legal name, Michael Myers, I would lose my shit. I would love Halloween. I know exactly every year what I'd be dressing up as, but yeah, I thought this guy was like made making this up, like, oh, he's just another fan on Facebook. And then I started looking at his getting arrested and shit. And I'm like, holy shit, that Michael dude, like he doesn't just have that on his Facebook. That is his legal name. Holy shit. But yeah, one thing I am gonna bring up, and I'm gonna start hounding in and showing is Michael, you know as good as I do, when it comes to Robin, he keeps hounding that he knows everything about this drug ring. He's keep getting praised. He knows everything about this drug ring. He knows everybody involved with it. But yet, like I said, no less than three cartel dealers, one of them openly admits it, that they were dealing out of Frankfurt for that cartel drug ring. They spilled some information about Nicholas McClellan when they were their defense attorney. But I love how Robin keeps saying and attacking this drug ring, but yet he has dealers of this drug ring he's openly giving information to just for a few bucks here and there, for a donation here and there. I guarantee you, for a donation, you want information out of him, he'll send you everything he knows for probably 60 bucks. Hey, I'm going to send you a donation. Hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of information I've got in the email. Send me what you got and what we can kind of work together. Yeah, there's reasons why I don't work with some people. I've chose not to. And it's ones like Robin, who they're opening allowing on their platform, in their chats, around their other members, their other followers, allowing this drug ring, dealers, their families, direct access to other people, information they know that they need to keep their family out of prison that are involved, going back to multiple dealers turned killers. So yeah, I'm not just able to talk about this. I'm not. Oh God, because Jesus Christ. I guess I need to start getting cum in my hair and slicking it back like Slick Nick. But what are individuals that are on Robin's chat stalking Brad Rossi's children? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bet you didn't realize that, Michael, did you? But yeah, Robin's got some of his followers like Alexander, I've got shown added Brad and his family, and yeah, send me an email sometime, Michael. I'll blow your mind. honeyevil truecrime@gmail.com. But yeah, you got ones like Alexander right there stalking Brad and his family. But oh, wait till I show you California. All the connections over there, the cartel and all that over in Cali. And wait till I show you some of the names right there in Kokomo. Right there with Nevada. The dealers in the Kokomo cartel drug ring, their long history in Kokomo, and certain states like Nevada, Florida, certain locations, you've got many of these members that up and leave state and able to move them and their families to Nevada, Vegas, Sarasota, Florida, a few other locations in Florida. Like when Daniel Metz got his money laundering issue in Florida, if you look up, like I said, Daniel METZ, he's now sitting business partners with a prosecutor up in Howard County, Kokomo, Mark McCann. But if you look up the attorney general going after Daniel Metz, he was tipped off federally in Florida before they came after him. He was tipped off federally. Before the feds started coming after him, the attorney general, he was tipped off and brought his money up here. And of all places, a longtime dealer where Daniel Metz moved to Florida. A lot of these individuals, just like a former KPD officer stealing narcotics on duty, got special probation, moved to where? Florida. Can you guess the area? Just like some of these other ones, like Andrew Bess, BESS, dealing partners with Blaine Nelson, Gable Ellis, Kyle Stacy, Mike Jones, Reggie Ballantyne. That's the 2018 cartel drug ring, where I've got Blaine Nelson admitting that he worked with Michael Jones in the 2018 raids. Then you got the Frankfurt Lafayette dealers. The Frankfurt dealer talking all about the Kokomo and the Lafayette Good Old Boys Club. Going back to that cartel drug ring that they openly were talking about, Lynda, dealing for. Just like your other granddaughter. Uh-huh. And I hope you hear this. Because remember, you told a child victim, I can go get raped. You know you liked it when you were a kid. Why? Because I was exposing a serial rapist, a child molesting, and raping his own sister, your grandson, your own granddaughter. He did that too. And don't say you're going to get Monticello PD on me now, because guess what? Little Chomo's fucking 18 now, isn't he? Yeah, Lynda had Monticello PD in the Good Old Boys Club that her daughter, Alan, I'll bring you up Alan's cases, his longtime dealing, and your own granddaughter's mom was telling me all about how Alan, your daughter's longtime boyfriend, was a longtime snitch and diller in Monticello. Oh, how about the other armed? Give me a second. I got a cat being an ass. Getting all up my face. But there's a armed robbery for drugs. Yeah, you heard that right. They robbed somebody armed with weapon for their drugs. Where he and his family go back, and I actually got this individual admitting to multiple family members of Abby, Libby, and others. Yeah, so what? Me and my family are longtime family friends with them, the Dillers, other ones back in and around this ring. And all this, Lynda was begging me not to bring up her granddaughter or her Dillers and her family. But yet, the names I'm about to bring up to you, they're dealing what they know, they set silent on. And a friend of hers in Frankfurt was sitting right next to her. If you look back in my community wall post, I've dropped some of these messages, but if I kept trusting Nick in the Good Old Boys Club, they're going to kill me. And details on how those girls were killed was not publicly let be known. But look back on my community wall post. I'll add these again. Their friend from not Kokomo, their friend sitting next to him from Delphi said I was going to be cut up like the girls and left in puddles in the middle of woods. They knew the details of how the girls were killed, the blood puddles, the puddles or whatever they were left in. They knew details only that cartel drug ring, ones in and around it, knew besides law enforcement. But yet, if I keep trusting and if I keep talking to Nick and the Good Old Boys Club, this Stiller was talking about how another one I just brought up, and I'm going to bring up, there's going to be 3 cases right off the bat. I'm going to be bringing up Brandy Beasley, Karina McClurkin, Emma Baum out of Gary. The reason I'll be bringing Emma up is most recent missing. Most likely, I'm fearing dead, but the ties and connections going back to this drug ring, back to followers and good old friends, getting all the information from ones like Robin and Joe, them and their family. I can show back each and every single time that I'm bringing up some of these names and why I'm bringing up these names, because them and their friends, going back to cases like Emma, and nothing to see here. Yeah. When I'm starting to see one of my ex-girlfriends, and I always wondered why things like me getting physically attacked, stalked, things getting broken into, it was always when she was always making sure, even if I was out doing something, go to the bar, on my way home, hey, text, let me know when you got home. And if I just left her place and I'd normally be home, and my place gets broken into, no sooner I leave from her place, stop by a bar, got something to eat on the way home, and in between like a half hour, 45-minute trip, go from leaving her house to They knew I was out of her place, but yet I wasn't back home. And I went earlier that evening. Nothing was broken into. Door was fine. But boom, I leave her place just like multiple times before. Hit by a vehicle, attacked, tried being chased down. It was always when I was leaving my ex girlfriend's house, which her great grandfather is a longtime board member of the section human and drug trafficking, along with the sex trafficking. A lot of these motorcycle clubs, like Mobile, Milwaukee Iron, Sin City, the 1% Outlaws, they're in Kokomo, they're highly, they're all involved with. But yet you won't hear this stuff. You won't see the truth, the facts that back this up on ones like Robin and other pages. Why? They act like they know everything, but they really don't know shit. But just wait till I'm about to show you. I'll either do another short video. I'm going to edit out a few of the names. But yeah, I can put my money where my mouth is, Lynda, and a few others. But these groups, the Facebook groups, the private Facebook messaging groups, I can show during some of these conversations with some of these people. Please don't bring up my granddaughter. Even though she's 2024, she's wanted for guess what? Dealing in meth again. Just like in Frankfurt and Lafayette, they're dealing for what ring? Don't bring them up. Please don't. The gloves are coming off. No more hiding shit. I remained silent long enough. Each child molester, Lynda, you go back to, each dealer. Do you realize how much Aaron told me about Celeste, Miss Sexton? Yeah. Call my bluff, Lynda. Garlic. Call my bluff. Remember the messages where you're admitting? Yeah, my granddaughter. Yeah, she used to deal. My ex daughter in law, my granddaughter's mother. Yeah, so what? She used to deal. Nothing to see there. I'm about to show some of these people who and what you really are and where you and your family go back to. But yet, remember, some of these content creators, they know everything. But the information they're getting information back to, who it's going to, I'm about to shock many of their own followers. And I'm just able to say this. My community wall post here, I'll give probably about, I say, 1, 2, 3 posts, 15 pictures. I'm going to edit some names out, some contact information, how to not contact them, but just to show I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Robin, Prof, Joe Lewis, you act like you know everything about this drug ring. Well, let's see what some of your cult-like followers that are eating this information up, where this information is going back to. Far from getting the justice. You're helping so many in this drug ring walk away scot-free. But remember, you're filling your wallets. You're filling your piggy banks up. That's all that matters. Now, isn't it, Robin? But you're going to enjoy, along with Lynda and a few others, my next few community wall posts. And wait till I bring out everything. The gloves are coming off. I remained silent too long. These Facebook groups, these individuals, them and their family, eating all this information up to keep them and their family members out of prison, hidden, ends now.